Guys, what is up? My name is McCheesy1337, and today I have for you the answers to the Q&A, the A part. So, let's start this. Is that what I say? Let's start this. Okay. So, the first question is from Call of Seek, who asks, where are you from? Now, I didn't know whether to interpret this as in, what city do you live in? Like, where do you live? Or what your nationality is. So I'll answer both. I am half Ecuadorian, half Filipino. Yeah, so that's my nationality, and I live in Brampton, which is near Toronto, in Ontario, in Canada. Eh? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, second question comes from, well, second and third, comes from Poseidon PS3. Poseidon, he asks, what's your favorite meal? And do you speak other languages except for English? Right. For my favorite meal, I like what is called, I don't know how to pronounce it, probably pho, Vietnamese soup, which is really good. I like it. I put tons of hot sauce and hoisin, huasin, hasin, hausen, hoisin sauce. Yeah, that's my favorite meal. Pho, P-H-O, with a bunch of accents that I don't know. And do I speak any other languages? I can sort of speak French. I can understand it. I can say up to number 10 in Spanish, so that kind of counts. Can't speak Filipino. And yeah, that's about it. I can understand like a little bit of Italian. So yeah, mostly I'm just English. English is good. French I like, but I'm not good at it. Alright, fourth question comes from Bane7797, who asks, Matt, how long have you been playing sax? Now, if you don't know, I play alto sax, a phone, so that's the full word. Okay, anyways, I've been playing sax for, I don't know if you would count like grade 7 and 8 when you're forced to play it, when you're forced to play an instrument. So I've been playing it for, I won't count those because I didn't even know how to play properly. So I'll count 3 years-ish, 2.5, yeah. Yeah, that's how long. Next questione comes from Zach Warner, who asks, why did you pick that name for your channel? That's a good question. Why did I? You tell me. Can't tell if I'm looking at you or just like staring at something. Deep, dark space where nothing's real. Where everything is real, but nothing is raw. Alright, so Zach, I am sorry, but I can't remember why I picked this name. I just knew that, okay, so I got my PS3, and I'm like, I need a name. McCheesy1337. Alright, I was like in grade 7 or 8 at the time, so I was like 12, 13-ish when I made up that name, which is why it sounds like a little kid name. And it has a Z. Alright. Next question comes from Edward, the Obese Rocket. Last question. Last 2 questions. And they are kind of late because their test is over. But the question is, do you believe in God, and what are your assumptions of this based on your perception of knowing, thus on what is real? So, God is an entity that, as we know, if you're Catholic, Christian, made the world, the universe, everything, right? So once you experience, well, this is coming from Lonergan's theory. Once you experience something that shapes your world, it shapes it differently. It changes your world completely. It changes everything about you. It changes how your experience in the future will be. That's when you experience something that can be known as religious. Now, this religious experience, God experience, a lot of people tie it to an act of God, which is where God comes from, right? Otherwise, there would be no real reason for having God there if none of this existed. So the creation of the world is something that made us, that changed our lives. They didn't change our lives because we weren't there yet, but you know what I mean. It's important. So we tie that back to what we call God. I believe in God. Yeah. Now the second part of the question is, as well, please explain intelligibility. I'll put that word somewhere here-ish. Now intelligibility is anything that you can comprehend and anything that makes sense. Well, anything that is intelligible makes sense. You can comprehend it. It is easy to understand, such as, I don't know, like my hand is brown, it has writing on it. That's intelligible because you can understand what I mean. Now, through the use of words, language, and everything, that's where you get the sense of intelligibility and how you understand things. Oh, you also asked what is real. What is real is anything that is real is anything. Well, there are 4 different kind of ways to know something's real. One way is using your senses, like sight. I can't use my sight because I'm blind. That's why I have glasses. Now I can see. I have sight now. Sight, hearing, taste. My taste comes from my nose. Yes. So anyways, taste, smell, and touch, right? That's sensory intuitionism. That's using your senses to see what is real. If you can see, taste, smell, touch, or hear something, that's how you know it's real. That's how you know you're a sensory intuitionist. Then there are 2 different things. There are mental intuitionists who... Oh, I'm sorry. Intuitionist means that an experience happens towards you. It is a state and not an act. You do not do it intentionally. You do not do it consciously. Like, you don't just... I'm trying to know. I'm trying to know, is my hand real? I'm trying to know. I don't know. So I gotta figure it out, right? So that's what intuitionism is. So now there are mental intuitionists who believe that everything that you can see in your mind's eye, which is like the last category where someone could fall is a discursivist, where you believe that knowing is an act. Like you go through a method to act consciously, you do it intentionally. You look for the way to know stuff and know if something is real. If you want more information on what's real, search up ontology. Oh, that sort of works as an N. N, T, O, logy. Is that a G? That's a G. Why? Ontology, that is the study of what is real and how you know if something is real. Thank you for watching this. This was real. My name is McCheesy1337. Please like, favorite, subscribe, share this with your friends. Subscribe again. If you subscribe twice, please watch on both your channels. Tell all your friends to subscribe to me, McCheesy1337. It's good for you, good for me, good for your health. See you later. And thank you for 50 subscribers. Boom. And the second part of the question was, as well, please explain intelligibility. Intelligibility, I'll put that word up right here-ish. Now, intelligibility. Now, the second part of the word is